So today we will be solving together term 3, 9A exam of year 2019-2020. So we will be having for each question 4 multiple choices. First of all, our question, find Pn. So I'm having our side Pn, I'm having a triangle, and he's giving us a really important information. Angle P is congruent to angle M. So we can understand from the converse of the isosceles theorem that whenever you are having two congruent angles, we can understand that also the sides that is opposite to each angle are congruent. So Pn side congruent to Mn side or side Mn. So that means whenever I'm saying congruent, what do I mean by congruent?
Equal to each other.
Excellent, excellent. That means our Pn, which I would like to find it, would be having same measurement as Mn. And what's the measurement of Mn?
11.
11. That means our Pn is 11. As simple as this. Now let's go to the other question. If someone is not seeing it clearly, please let me know so I can make it larger. So determine whether, make it larger, okay. Is it good now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. So let's have Noura to read it. Determine
whether the dilation from A to B is an
enlargement,
or a reduction, and
reduction.
find the scale factor of the dilation.
Okay, so that means he would like me to see from A to B what happened. Am I having enlargement? That means did it become bigger? Or reduction, which is smaller? So what do you think? From A to B, what happened? Reduction. Excellent. So what will be the scale factor now? So the scale factor, which is K, since it is reduction, pay attention, and this is really tricky. Since it is reduction, you need to choose something that is less than 1. So you are having here enlargement by scale factor of 3. This is wrong because it is not enlargement. And you are having here a choice of reduction. Let me just show you the last choice. I will choose this type. Okay, so we can now all see it. So it is reduction by a scale factor of 2. Also, this one I will be rejecting it. I'm having bigger than 1. So always K, you will be putting the measurement of your new or the reduced shape over the original shape. So let's take the measurement of the new shape over the measurement of the old shape. Good. Now take any side, but you will not go to this side, then you compare with this side. This is wrong. You need to take the comparison at the same of whatever
2
you
over
would like to
6.
compare. So let's see 2 over 6. So how many units you are saying? So here 1, 2, 2 over
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we are done. Now, what is 2 over 6?
Divide by 2. 1 over
Excellent, excellent, excellent. That means it is reduction with 1 over 3. So even without solving it, you can just get that it is reduction by a scale factor of 1 over 3 since it is not enlargement. So all the multiple choices are, this is the only one that is right. Let's go to the other question. So let me just delete this one for you. And let's see. So let's have Metha read the question, Metha.
The two triangles in the figures below are similar. Find the value of x.
Great. So now I'm having two similar triangles and they are similar using the angle similarity. See, here I'm having two angles who are congruent. So always whenever I'm having similar triangles, what I can understand about the sides? What shall I do with the sides whenever I'm having similar triangles? So if this triangle is similar to the other, that means I can understand I'm having my size to be proportional. So the angles, remember the first lesson of this chapter, angles will be congruent, but the sides will be proportional. That means I will be using the proportionality to solve this x. So let's see. And pay attention whenever you put your measurements. So I'm given VG. So the other side, which is proportional to this side from the other triangle, pay attention to the symbols, BM, which will be equal to, I would like to get X. That means let's start from the same triangle and pay attention. Start from the same triangle. Here I started with the triangle 1, then I went to triangle 2. Here I will go from 1 again to 2. So G C over MH. So what is VG? 12 over
12
16.
over 16.
What about GS? Sorry, GC.
X
It is the
over
X that
20.
good. It is
22.
the X that I would like to get it. So how can I get X now? What shall I do?
12 multiplied by 22 divided by 16.
So what do I call this method? Yes, ladies? What do I call this method when I use... I can't hear you. Cross product, ladies. It is basics. You need to know that this is the cross product. So get me x. Yellow ladies, use your calculator.
16.5.
16.5. And here is our answer. Done. Now let's go to the other question. And let's pay attention to this question. حورية.
Find the value of x and y that yield congruent triangle.
That yield, that means that will make for you congruent triangles. Good, thank you, Huriya. So triangle B, C, D. So pay attention to this. Triangle B, C, D, which is the statement of the congruence. Congruent to triangle WXY. And remember, when we studied this lesson, we have taken that order is very important whenever you write your statement. That means I can, from this statement, get which angle is congruent to the other. So let's have a look. My x value is inside angle C, and at the same time it is inside angle B. That means, let's see, angle C and angle B are having a relationship with which angles? So can you look at the statement of the congruence and tell me angle C for which or with what angle it will be congruent, and angle B with which angle it will be congruent?
X and B to W.
So let's check. You will go from C to X. Excellent. So angle X and B.
W.
Let's check. Excellent. W. That means, what do I mean by the word congruent? Yes, ladies, what do I mean by the word congruent?
Equal to each other.
Equal to each other, same measure, same shape, same everything. So let's have a look. That means the measure of angle C is equal to the measure of angle X, and the measure of angle B is equal to the measure of angle W. That means to find C, we need to have X. Do we have it? Do I have any information about X?
No.
So here I'm having no information. So I can't use it. Let's have a look to the other one. I'm having angle B and angle W. Both of them are here. Can I use it now? Let's substitute.
B equal to 76.
So angle B is equal to 77. So let's substitute with angle B. 16x plus 5 degree equal to 77 degree. Now he would like you to solve the equation for x. Can anyone solve the equation with me?
77 minus 16.
Am I going to subtract the 16?
Yeah.
It is multiplied with the x. What about the 5?
Minus 5 minus 5.
Excellent. Minus 5 minus 5. So 16x is equal to
72.
72. Then what I will be doing?
7 divided by 16.
Divided by 16 divided by 16.
4.5.
So x is equal
4.5.
4.5. So I'm done now with x. I got it. So let's have a look to the continuation of the question. Why now? In which side is y? It is in the side of xw. That means I would like to have a look. XW is congruent to which side? So again, from the statement of congruency, I would like you to decide. So XW is congruent to which side?
CB, BC.
Excellent. CB. So since they are having the congruency, that means they are having, as we said before, same measure. So XW will be equal to CB. Good, ladies? So now, what is my XW? Let's substitute.
Y minus 5 equal to 11.
Excellent. Now solve this equation.
Plus,
Plus 5 plus 5.
plus 5.
Good.
Y equal to 16. 16 divided by 2 equal to 8.
Good. Y is equal to 8. Wait.
Is the last choice maybe?
Yes, yes. Just wait. Give me a second. Just this one. Done, ladies?
Yeah, done.
Everyone is with me?
Yes.
Now let's go to this question. Shall I make it bigger or is it fine?
It's fine.
For all of you?
Yes!
Good. So, Reem, can you read this question?
If AD equal 18, AB equal 8, and AE equal 12. Find
what?
BC.
Okay, thank you so much. So let's have a look now, and I will be using colors. So if AD, that means he is giving you all of this, and he is telling you that all the yellow part will be 18. Then he is telling you AB to be 8. The green part is 8. Then he is telling you that again he gave you another information about this segment. AE alone will be 12 for you. And he would like you to find BC. This part is unknown. So let's pay attention. Whenever I'm having two triangles that they are inside each other and they are parallel, having segments parallel to each other, that means I need to use the triangle proportionality. Okay, ladies? Using the triangle's proportionality needs to have at least 3 sides so I can find the fourth. So I'm not having ED. think, how can I find ED? And I'm not having BC. But BC was my question. So leave it at the end. How can I find ED? Remember, he gave me a segment from A to D. All of it is equal to 18. Then he told me that if from A only to E, you are having 12. So now, how can you find ED?
18 minus 12. 6.
Excellent. That's it. So to find ED, it's 18, as you said, minus 12, which will be
6.
6. That's it. Now, using the triangle proportionality, I will be solving for BC. So ED was easy. Now BC is the main question for us, which will be done using the triangle proportionality. That means I will be taking my sides proportional to each other. So let's start by the green part. AB over BC. And now let's erase these and put the new measurements that I got. So that means my AE is 12 and my ED is 6. So let's have a look now. This will be equal to AE over ED. Substitute now with me with the numbers.
AB 8.
8 over x equal 12 over 6.
12 over
6.
6. Now, this x will be representing BC. So whether you keep it as it is or you substitute it with x, which is the variable x, the unknown x. Now, again, any proportionality like this can be done using the cross product. Use the cross product to get it.
By 6.
Divide
by 12. The answer is 4.
Excellent. So my x, which is my BC, is equal to 4. That means my answer is B. Now let's go to the other question and let's pay attention to this. Now remember the first question which we started with. I was given angles are congruent. Then I understood that the sides are congruent, which is the converse, as I said before, the converse of the isosceles theorem. Now let's have a look. The question 6. He would like me to find the value of x, and I'm having a triangle with symbols like this. What I can understand about this triangle? Can anyone tell me what will be the type of this triangle?
Two sides equal to each other.
So, what I can call this triangle?
Isosceles.
Excellent, isosceles. That means now we will be using our isosceles theorem. Whenever you are having two congruent sides, then you can understand directly that also the angles that are opposite to each of them, which are the base angles, are congruent also. That means since it is congruent, so also the other base angle will be having a measure of 6x plus 8 degree. Now let me ask you, what is the summation of angles inside any triangle? If you added all the angles inside a triangle, what will be the measure? So let me remind you of this. Whenever can you repeat your answer?
180.
Excellent. So let me call them A, B, C. That means if you added the measure of angle A to the measure of angle B to the measure of angle C,
Equal to 180.
excellent. What if you are having angle B and C are congruent? So now I will be solving it with you
Of them are
using two
equal,
ways.
and the two
Excellent.
are 100. Divide by 2, 50, 50.
So tell me your way. So you are putting this to be 80 and you
second
kept these
100.
to be unknown.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what you did,
Equal to 180.
which is minus 80. No, I want you to give it in details.
Okay. Minus 80.
So,
B plus MC equal to 100.
that means,
Divide by 2.
how did you understand that I need to divide by 2? Why you
They
divided
are
by
the
2?
same.
Excellent. They are the same. So, you can, instead of writing measurement of angle C, you can use
2.
2 of one of them. Measurement of the given, for example, angle C, which is 100 divided by 2 divided by 2. As you said, so measurement of angle C is equal to
50.
50. Excellent. Now, lastly, did he ask you to find the measurement of angle C? He just wants you to find value of x. So let's now substitute.
Equal to 5.
Excellent.
Plus 8 equal
To 50, you mean?
Yeah.
So now let's solve this.
50 minus 8, 42. 6x equal to 42. Divided by 6, 7. X equal to 7.
And excellent, excellent, excellent. So this is one of the ways. Another way could be if someone forgot to make this way, there is another way. By understanding that they are equal, you can just add them as it is. Put the measurement of A, it is 80, plus the measurement of B, 6x plus 8, plus the measurement of C, 6x plus 8, is equal to 180. Go to the like terms, add them. 80 plus 8 plus 8. Then 6x plus 6x. So let's try this way. 6x plus 6x, what it will be?
12x.
12x. Plus Now, let's add the like terms. 80 plus 8 plus 8.
96.
Equal to 180. Now,
Minus 96. 180 minus 96.
so what will be your 12x?
84.
Now
5.5
divide.
give us 7.
Excellent. So you are having two ways. Choose whatever you would like to. Good? Now,
Yeah, good.
let's see the other part. Is it clear for you? Shall I make it bigger?
No, it's clear.
Good. So this question will ask us to find the missing coordinate of S. Remember, any coordinate point will be having X and Y. So here, he's telling you that one of the coordinate is missing, and as it is shown for you with the, if you can see, with the question mark, that means your X will be the one that is not there for you. So let's have a look now. How can I get this? First of all, I know that it is isosceles. That means the distance from OS is the same as the distance from VS. Same distance I'm having. That means I will be imagining that I will be having, let me make it bigger, that I will be having a perpendicular line for the height or the altitude, and it will be perpendicular to the segment OV, which is the segment that is here. And remember, whenever I'm having a big segment, whether I can call it O or A, it's the same. Since it is the point of origin, and here I'm having V, which is 6A and 0. Here I'm having 0 and 0. Remember, what did I do? I got another segment. Sorry, let me just... Okay, so I got another segment that is perpendicular to it. This drawing is not much accurate, but it is a sketch. So you are having a segment that is having a point that will be cutting AV for you into two equal pieces. Remember the definition of the segment bisector and the midpoint. Always the midpoint and the segment bisector will be dividing for you the segment into two equal pieces. That means this will make us to understand if you are having this perpendicular segment, it's having a midpoint here, which will be cutting it into two equal pieces. And remember, the x coordinate will be corresponding to this point. So the x, let's build our triangle. The x coordinate of S will be the same as this point. That means you would like to calculate the point that is in the middle between A and V, and you just want to calculate the x coordinate. That means you need only to care about the distance from A to V. So let's have a look. How can I calculate the midpoint or the segment bisector with this. So what will be the distance from A to V?
6.
6. What about the variable?
A.
Where you? Excellent. The A, 6A. Whenever I'm having midpoint segment bisector, what you will be doing with any distance, with any segment? Divided by how much? Excellent.
3.
So 6A, not a 3. Pay attention. You are having one segment, right?
Yeah.
And you only have one point in the middle. So how many segments you are having on the right and on the left? 2 segments only. And these 2 segments are congruent. That means you need to divide this by 2. As you did here in this step. Sorry. As you did here. When you assume that these 2 angles are congruent and you assume that they are the same. So you put the 2 multiplied by one of them. Here is the same. You are having one whole segment, you cut it by 2, so 6A over 2 will be giving you how much?
3A.
3A, excellent. That's it. So he just wants me to decide about the x coordinate, which is 3A. So you just need to understand that this altitude will be cutting or this height will be cutting your triangle into 2 equal pieces in the base. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Now let's have this. This is easy. Solve the proportion. Which method you need to use?
Cross.
Cross product. Excellent. So if I use the cross product, what I will be writing?
4x.
So let's write the question again. For x over 5, I will write it again. X plus 3 over 2. Yalla.
4x multiplied by 5.
How you will multiply the
8,
4x by 5?
2. Times
2. No problem. So cross, it is cross
5.
multiplying. So 4x multiplied by 2 equal to.
X
Now,
plus 3 multiplied by 5.
how can I write this? Can I write it like this? Maryam Muhammad, what do you think?
The x with each
Sarah
other.
Muhammad, what do you think? So do you mean that I will be having x plus 15? Remember, I'm having an expression. What did I say whenever I'm having any expression? What you should put? Brackets, ladies.
Okay.
Brackets will be changing the whole idea for you. Look how it changed the question. It became x plus 15, but I don't want this. I want 5 multiplied by the expression. So whenever you are having algebraic expression, just put brackets. So which property I can use to solve the second part of the question?
Three x over 5. 3 plus x plus 3 over 5.
How you will be dividing it? Did you solve the problem?
No.
No. Whenever I'm having a bracket and a number multiplied by it outside, how can I simplify this?
Distributive property.
Excellent. Distributive property. So solve for the distributive property.
15 plus 5x.
Good. Or let's write it in details. 5x plus 3 multiplied by 5. And here I'm having 4x multiplied by 2. Let's now write it in details. What is 4x multiplied by 2?
Divide by 4, divide by 4.
You are solving an equation for each side, which is wrong. He would like you to solve the proportion. That means you need to make a cross product, simplify it until you reach to equation. Until now you didn't simplify. So it is wrong that each side you are solving an equation, but it is a good try. So 4x multiplied by 2, 8x is equal 5x plus 15. Now how can I solve this equation? A variable on each side.
Minus 5x.
Excellent. Minus 5x minus 5x. So 8x minus 5x is equal to 15. Simplify this part. What it will be?
3x equal to 15. Divide by 3, divide by 3.
Now we will divide, okay? Previously, it will not work if you divide it. X is equal to what?
3, 5.
That means here is our answer. Clear for everyone?
Yeah.
Now, let's see this problem. In the diagram shown, I'm having a polygon that is similar, and pay attention to the symbol. Whenever you are having this symbol, that means they are similar. Whenever you are having this symbol, that means they are congruent. Please know the difference. So he's telling you that they are similar. Pay attention. Whenever I'm having congruent, that means all my angles on my sides are congruent. But the similar, I'm having congruent angles and proportional sides. So let's now pay attention to the fact of having a proportional side, and let's write it again. ACDF is similar to VWYZ. Now ladies, I would like to find Y. My Y is inside VZ. And let's pay attention again. The concept of having similars, I'm having angles are congruent, but sides are proportional. In the congruency, both of them will be congruent, angles and sides.
This, what is the mean of proportional?
Proportional نسبي يعني نسبة وتناسب. Proportionality.
Okay.
Okay, so let's have a look now. You are having your missing value inside VZ. So this is your VZ side. So you need to have a look. Your VZ side,
Equal to AF.
you cannot say that it is equal since they are not congruent.
Okay.
You need to have a look where it will be proportional. نسبة وتناسب. You need to make a proportionality. Okay, so you need to concentrate on VZ. So let's have a look. VZ is proportional to which side? Can I directly, excellent, can I directly, ladies, take 9 and put it here? No. So pay attention that you need to follow the same order because your angles are congruent. So AF. That means our sides are proportional. This is what I mean by the proportionality. A side would be a proportional to the other. So equal to. Now, to find the unknown, I need to use another known values. So he is giving me CD. So let's use the fact of this. But pay attention. Here is my triangle 1. Here is my triangle, polygon 1, polygon 2. So if you have started with the first one, you need up to start with the first one. If you started with the second, you need to start with the second. So pay attention to the order. That means now I will be going to the other segment, which is WY. So now let's have a look. WY. What is the other side that is proportional to it?
D and C.
CD. Let's now substitute with the numbers. What is VZ?
3y minus 1.
3y minus 1 over, what is AF? Equal WY
X.
over, what is CD?
9.
9. Now, again, I'm having an unknown. What shall I do? I'm having a proportionality. Similar to the question that we just solved. What shall I do? Cross a product. But pay attention, I'm having expression. So from the beginning, put brackets here. So that means 9 multiplied by 3y minus 1 equal to 6 multiplied by 12. Distributive property.
27y minus 9
equal
to 72.
Excellent. Now what shall I do?
Plus 9 81.
Which will be 27y is equal to 81. Then
81 divided by 27.
Both sides. So what will be your y?
3.
Excellent. Here is my answer, which is C. Done?
Yeah,
let's have a look. Let's see the other question. 10th question. So he is telling you and he's giving you a keyword JH is a mid-segment. And pay attention, we took this definition. Is a mid-segment of this triangle. And let's remember together, what do I mean by the mid-segment? So from the word mid-segment, it will be coming in the middle. It will be having two edges, and these points, each of them will be considered as midpoint. Midpoint. And the segment itself will be having a relationship between it and the segment in front to it, or the segment that it is parallel to it. Let's have a look. That means to measure the mid segment, you need to know this relation from the lesson. Any mid segment, it is half the measurement of the side that is parallel to it, which is km. So easily it is half of 22,
11.
which is 11. So you need to refer to the lesson of the mid segment. I have explained it in a summary, but if you would like to go in deep, just go directly to the lesson. Now, this question, you will be the one who will be answering it. Rotation, excellent. So we can imagine that here is my blue part, here is my green polygon. I'm moving it, so it is rotation. Excellent. Let's now go. Yes, excellent. Now, let's move to this part. Again, he is giving you a statement of similarity, and we have discussed previously, whenever you are having any two similar polygons or similar triangles, your angles will be congruent, but the sides will be proportional. So now he would like you to find the value of x. So I'm having angle similarity. I'm having this angle and these angles. That means he would like you to use the proportionality to find the value of x. So first of all, where will be my x? It is in AP. It is inside. Now, I have started from this one, then I will go there. So AP over. So this is my first one. Now let's go to the second one. What will be the side that is proportional to AB? Am I going to take 12?
No.
It is outside, so FQ.
FQ.
Now, let's have a look. Equal to. I will be going to the side that is here. AB.
AB.
Since I started from here. Then?
DF.
What about the angles? Pay attention. FD.
FG.
D. Substitute now with the values.
APX.
FQ.
8.
AB.
AB 15.
FD.
FD 12.
Good. Cross a product. Give me X.
8 multiplied by 15 equal to 120. Divided by 12.
12.
The answer is
Which
10.
will be excellent. The answer is 10. Perfect. Which is C. Now, done. Let's have a look at the other question. And this question is really important. I would like you to read the questions in the exam until the last word. So, let's have a look. So, in a triangle, he gave you the ratio of the measures of the sides to be 2 to 2 to 3. That means he gave you extended ratio. Remember when we did it in the lesson? And this will be, pay attention, the extended ratio of the sides, not the angles. Read the question carefully in the exam. So, he gave you the perimeter. What do I mean by the word perimeter?
The sides plus to each other, all sides.
All sides added to each other. So in Arabic, what do I mean by it?
محيط.
Excellent. So that means if I added all the sides, it will be giving me a perimeter of this. But now I'm having a ratio. That means I have no idea what will be the measure of each side. I just know one thing.
Isosceles.
Excellent. How did you know?
Two numbers the same and one different.
Excellent. So we will have a look that I'm having two of them to be the same. This will be getting me an idea that it is isosceles. Since it is extended ratio, what will be the other step? I will be putting an X with each of them since I don't know the measures. It is only ratio. So 2X, a ratio to 2X, a ratio with 3x, which will get me 2x here, 2x there, and 3x. Now let's read the question and continue. Again, in the exams, read until the last part.
Miss, the number will
Yes.
be last number. It's not will be 12 and 7. Is that correct?
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent. But you cannot decide directly. You need
Yeah.
to solve. Yeah. So let's have a look. Find the length of the longest side. That means, would he like you to measure this side? What will be the longest side? With which ratio? 2x or 2x or 3x?
3x.
3x. So always the longest side, it will be the one that is having the more ratio. Now, let's have a look. How can I solve this extended ratio? So now, instead of having a ratio, I will be using the definition of the parameter, as you said that it is the addition of all the sides. That means I will be adding 2x plus 2x plus 3x, which will be equal to 392. Now, what shall I do with these? What do I call them? Two x plus 2x plus 3x.
7x.
How did you know? What do I call these? Why did you add them? Remember the word like terms. Now, solve for this equation. What shall I do to find x?
92 divided by 7.
Divide by 7 both sides. Now how can I get x?
6.
Excellent. Can I go directly and choose 56?
We should check.
Can I go directly? Read the question. Can I go directly and choose x?
No, the longest side, the x is only the
x value that will be helping me to find the other. Most of the students did not read the question and they chose 56, which is wrong. This is only the x that will be helping you to get the longest side. So this answer is not correct. Pay attention. You need to take this x and to substitute with it. So I know, as you said, that I'm having isosceles. That means if I multiply 2 by 56,
112.
112. And this is only for proving that it is isosceles. Now, to get the longest one,
Multiplied by 56 equal to
excellent,
168.
excellent. So your guesses were right, but please always solve until the end so you can make sure. Okay, done? So pay attention. Here, only x. He would like to have the side. Pay attention to this, ladies. Now, let's go to the last two questions. Determine the pair of triangles that are not similar. Pay attention. So, what did I say about the similarity? Your angles will be congruent, which is AA similarity, and the sides will be proportional, which is SSS similarity. Okay, now let's have a look. I will be checking each of them. So pay attention with me. I'm having a triangle, which is a right angle triangle, but I don't know BC. So get the unknowns before you compare. So how can I get BC here? I'm having right angle triangle that is having a 3 on a side, 4 to the other side. How can I get the third? Remember Pythagorean theorem? I will call this A, I will call this B, and I will be finding C, which is the hypotenuse. A square plus B square will be giving you C square, which is this side. Now, if I want to have C alone, that means I need to take the square root of both sides. So, it is the addition of these. So, 4 squared plus 3 squared, which will be
4 squared plus 3 squared. 5.
5. So let's have a look. Now let's put it in front of me. I'm having 5. Now let's go to the other triangle. I'm having, and pay attention, I'm having a triangle. Now let's pay attention what's the missing. He is giving you the hypotenuse. And he is giving you the 6. He is giving you the side which is here. But he is not giving you this side. So you will be substituting. I'm missing one of the sides. So A is missing. B is given. C is given.
A squared plus 6 squared equal to 10 squared.
Excellent. A squared plus 6 squared equal 10 squared. Now how can I make A squared alone? Consider it as an equation.
A squared equal to 10 squared minus 6 squared.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent. I want my A alone. Take the square root.
10 squared minus
6 squared.
equal to
So
8.
what will be your A? 8. Now I'm having all my sides and I can check whether they are proportional to each other or not. So let's have a look now. Yalla, let's have a look and see. I would like to check the proportionality. So let's decide using this. So I will be taking the smaller over the smaller, the biggest over the biggest, until I find my proportionality. So 3 over 6 is equal to, but I still don't know if they are having a proportionality or not. 4 over 8, this is the second bigger, 4 over 8. So I'm starting from this triangle, I'm going to this triangle. Is it equal to 5 over 10? Now let's have a look. You will need to find each ratio. 3 over 6, 1
Half
over 2.
half and half.
Excellent. So all the ratios are
The same.
equal. That means yes, it is a proportional. That means our A, they are similar. But you would like us to find the not similar. So A is not our answer. طيب, let's have a look now.
They are the same.
Here. What?
They are the
I
same.
can't hear. They are the same. Let's check. I'm having two triangles and pay attention. He didn't give you any measure. He is just giving you that you are having two parallel lines. And pay attention to the angles whenever you are having two parallel lines and transversal. Remember the angle that look like Z? The alternate interior angles. So it look like the same now. So let's imagine it like this. That means angle Y is the same as angle V. They are congruent. طيب, let's have a look. Again, another Z. That means angle X is congruent to angle W. Let's write this. So angle Y is congruent to angle V. And angle X is congruent to angle W. So to have a similar, you have at least to have two angles. So this is A similarity. That means here I'm having similar also. And this angle, both of them are vertical angles. And I can understand that they are the same. طيب, let's have a look at C. A and B are not my choices. Now let's go to C. Again, I will be choosing one of them. I will be going to the other. So if I choose, this will be 1, this will be 2. So that means I will be starting with polygon 1 and I will be going to polygon 2, and pay attention. The smallest measure with the other smallest. So if I started here in triangle 1, what will be the smallest measure in triangle 1? 20 or 15 or 10? Yes, ladies, what will be the smallest measure? 20 or 15 or 10?
10.
10. So I will start with it. So let's go to the other triangle. What will be the smallest one? 4 or 6 or 8? 4. Is it equal? Now let's continue. What will be the second smallest? 15. With the second smallest 6. Is it equal to? Let's see the other ratio. 20 over the largest one, which is 8. Now calculate all the ratios and check, are they equal or not?
2.5.
This is 2.5.
Second one, 2.5.
2.5.
Also 2.5.
2.5. Are they similar or not?
Similar.
Similar. Now, that means D is our answer, but let's check. Check. I will be going from 1 to 2. What will be the smallest measure in 1? 6 over the smallest measure in 2, 4. Is it equal to? The second smallest is 8. The second smallest is 5. Is it equal to 12 over 8? Calculate each ratio. What is 6 over 4? 3 over 2. Hurry up, ladies. 8 over 5. 12 over 8. Now, are they equal to each other?
1.5. No.
No. So let's have a look. That means not similar. So the answer is D. Now let's move to the last question in my lesson, which will not tell you is it similar, is it congruent. You need to understand by your own. So you are having two triangles with an extended height, but he gave you the symbols. That means you are having this angle is congruent to this, and this angle is congruent to this, which will lead you to AA similarity. Let's see if your answer is right. So how did you do it?
70 divided by 2, because 15 divided by 2 equal to 7.5.
Good. So you are making a ratio, right? You found the scale factor and you are making a ratio. Excellent. So this is a good way. So she found the ratio between 15 and 7.5, and she understands that she will be using the scale factor to get the x. Another method could be the proportionality. 17 over x is equal to 15 over 7.5. Get me x and check if your answer the same or not. Yalla, all of you. Did you get the same answer?
The answer is 8.5.
So your answer is right. Excellent. That's it. That's the last question in the exam. So I wish you all best of luck. And if you need any question, you can just tell me.